What's good with YouTube? You already know. Big Flocko from a Convicts Reaction. We're on this channel. What do? We smash, dash, and react. What's good with it? Please hit the like, subscribe, comment, do all things to help support this channel. Hit that bell notification for future reactions, man. And so today I got a little something different, man. It's a well-established channel. Jay Williams, Let's Live Life, right? He did a video about gangs and joining prison gangs, man. And first and foremost, I'm gonna sit there and say this about Jay Williams, man. I didn't know what to think about the dude at first. I guess I just caught little glimpses and little snippets, and so I was really not sure about the dude right at first, right? But over time, right, as I started to watch a lot of his content, I started to like this dude's stuff, man. He has a very direct way of fucking saying things raw and real, and then just getting to the point and not sugarcoating nothing. That's what Prison Channel should be about. Not sugarcoating nothing and speaking the truth. And much respect to him and his channel, man. Okay, so what I seen from his videos, he was describing about who he'd want as a cellie out of all the gang members. He's been around a lot of different gangs, and he said MS-13, based upon the fact of their loyalty and that they're ready to rock. You know what I'm saying? Which kind of was shockingly. Now, as he starts to break down every gang, right? He's not breaking down the gangs, but he's telling you why people join gangs. And I have to agree. I think that he said about protection was one of the main things. I think a lot of it has to do with sometimes protection as far as why you link up. And California has this kind of, schooled in the way that you have to line with somebody. So other states, it's a little bit different, man. So they don't have the same type of political structure that California has, which makes it hard to understand how prison is in these states where you have to handle your own business. You have to fucking rely upon nobody but yourself. In California, you have to line with a group. Therefore, you fall under all their dictates, their policies, and their procedures. Okay. But a lot of people do decide to line for protection, or this is what's expected of them. It's like you could be the weakest link, right? But if you're from this hood, this is what you represent. You got the backing of every soldier behind you, whatever group that is. And I totally agree with him on that. And there's benefits to it, like he was saying, right? In California, it's not even a benefit, it's just an expectation. You're going to have to pick a side where you're going to be. Now, the only groups that I think have really any type of potential civilians would probably be the Africanos. Some whites are allowed on lower levels, right? And I don't know about level 4. So I think you're going to have to rock with one group or another. Others and whatnot. But in California, man, you're going to have to rock with somebody. You're going to have to pick a side who you're rocking with. And it's less for the organizations are something totally different. And what I mean by that in California is you have criminal organizations. You don't have to necessarily join any particular organization when you get locked up, but you're going to have to follow their rules and their dictates. That's that on that aspect. You know what I'm saying? And he went into the negative parts of it. If you join a gang, a prison gang, you're expected to come out and do some type of expectations for the gang, whether it be generating money, criminal enterprises, contract hits, murders, whatever it may be. There's different things that you're going to be expected to have to do, and those are facts. Therefore, you have to expect the consequences. Once you join a prison organization, all of them have a blood in, blood out, basically fucking, statement. There's no way, okay, I was in there, I was clicked up, but I'm going to get out here, I'm going to do what I want to do. No, you basically bring a body to whatever organization you join. And this is all true. That's how it is as far as from my experience in California. See, there's different tiers. You have the regular sub-factions that follow under the dictates of these organizations. Then you have the organizations. Organizations are like the MA, NF, AB, BGF. Well, BGF doesn't really, yeah, BGF, I'll still include them. And those are like the main 4 you're going to hear about. Everything that's under them, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how the NLR policy procedures are. If they have to function on the streets, it's mandatory. But every other group is kind of, once you step out, you're kind of limited in what's expected of you. Now, if you're part of any of these groups, like say in Norteño that falls under the NS Bandera, if you're making money or you decide to do something illegal, you're going to have to contribute to the mob, point blank, right? Same thing down south, you know what I mean? If you're making money generating a certain hood, you're going to have to kick in some taxes. That's without saying. As far as the whites, I don't know how it depends what area. Like a lot of the whites in the Bay Area, they kind of freelance and do what they want out there as far as making their moves. A lot of times they're tied to this, maybe a biker gang at times. sometimes other groups, and so forth. But what was good about this video was it was 35 minutes long. He gives examples, which he's a very thorough individual, man. Like I said, I wish I would have watched his content in the beginning instead of just seeing snippets here and there, just tapping on it and then just fast forwarding and see what he says. Because at times he's really direct. That if you haven't been listening to him the whole time, you're not gonna understand the message he's trying to convey. He always does have a positive message, you know what I'm saying, which is always key. Like in this one, he's telling people basically, if you don't have to join any of these groups, you're in one of those states where joining a group or being under a group's vendetta flag, you don't have to join, and you can do your time as a man, then be a man and do what you got to do. With, you know what I'm saying, which is the truth. You know, for those in California, they're not given that choice. Very few are limited to that role where they can do that. You know what I'm saying? Other states, so it's a little bit different, you know. But in other states, it gives more life to those that are treacherous, that are bullies. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the whole reason why these gangs formed in California was the threat of oppression from other inmates. It all started based upon that, and it's all evolved. You know, other states they shut that shit down. You know, your whole prison credibility and recognition comes from your own merit, not what you group you align with. You know, and I'm on the same page as far as, you know what, man, if you don't have to make that choice, first of all, I'm not going to advocate or promote you do any type of crimes. I don't want anybody to have to go to prison. But if you do, and you're fortunate that you don't have to make those choices or decisions, then don't make that choice. Don't do it because you fear. Because if you're in a place where you can just program and do your time, as long as you maintain a convict mentality, which means don't speak about business not yours, don't talk about, don't get involved in business that's not yours, and just do your time and don't work with the police, you're going to be all right anywhere you go. You know, and it's as simple as that, man. You know, prison is supposed to be a form of rehabilitation. They don't offer too many services that allow you to rehabilitate. You have to rehabilitate yourself while you're there. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the gang aspect as far as the streets, you know, I don't know how these street gangs are operating today, but when you get a certain age, it's not expected that you're gonna have to go out there and fucking game bang and go do drive-bys and fucking go my fools up. You know what I mean? A lot of homeboys from the neighborhoods will always encourage you to do something positive in your life. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be fucking, you know, have a job, fucking, you know, be of service with your kids. Those are all positive things, man. And any neighborhood should encourage that within their hood. That if anybody has the opportunity to do something positive, then so be it. But if there's always a criminal element, that's always going to be there. You know, especially for a lot of us. You know, if you're from the hood, you know what the get down is. You know your options. And see, that's the key about this is always put yourself in a position where you have options. Too many homeboys are getting caught up because doing things that they don't want to because they obligate themselves. Don't obligate yourselves. Do your time, support your gente, go home, be a better person. But if you want to rock and ride, man, understand what that life is truly about. With that said, man, this is a real quick spill, man. I gotta go on a dinner date right now. But shouts out to Jay Williams. Let's live life. I like his channel, man. You know I'm saying he keeps it raw and real, man. And I look forward to seeing some of the new podcasts and things he's gonna be bringing forth. You know, we'll see what happens from there. With that said, I'm out.